Today I am announcing the winners of our holiday NES-mas list. These are the games that are going to be played during the 12 days of NES-mas, which are coming up in December. First of all, thanks to everyone who put in recommendations and everyone who voted. If you saw from the last video, I took all the recommendations, put them into categories, and let you guys vote. So today we're going to look at the winners, and I've got the responses right here for you. So the first category we had was hardcore army games. We had Metal Storm, Metal Gear, Snake's Revenge, and Duck Hunt. You can see that voting was close, but Metal Gear edged out the others. And we did have some extra patron votes, but they basically just put Metal Gear further ahead for their first bonus vote. The second bonus vote threw a little love towards Metal Storm, but it was not enough. And so the final tallies, I don't have a nice graph to show you them all combined, but the final tallies was Metal Gear totally won. So Metal Gear will be played during the 12 days of NES-mas. Next category was ninja-ish games. These are games that are either about ninjas or, I don't know, kind of about ninjas. As you can see in the raw votes, Batman, the 1989 classic video game, pretty much beat out the others. And the patron votes threw a little more love at Shadow of Ninja, but then a little more love back at Batman. So that basically cancels out, and that leaves us with Batman as our second game that's been added to our holiday NES-mas list. Third category was classic NES games. So we had some really good picks here. Games I've not really played on the channel, although ironically, I have played Bubble Bobble, and that's the one that won, as you will see. So, you know, go figure. We'll get to these other ones eventually. Don't think I'm going to retire the channel without playing things like Mega Man 2 one day. But in the raw voting, Metroid was actually winning with 8 votes compared to 7 for Bubble. But you can see that Bubble tied it up here because they got 2 more and Metroid only got 1. And then Bubble dominated the extra bonus vote with a whopping 2 more bonus votes coming out number 1. So Bubble Bobble actually edged out Metroid to be the next game added to our NES-mas list. Next, we had Japanese games, and this category was a no-brainer. Samurai Pizza Cats takes it by a long shot. They just dominated the base vote. And then there was a little more love thrown at Kabuki Quantum Fighter. But then there was a 3-way tie down here. And basically, this gave 1 extra vote to Kabuki, but Samurai Pizza Cats was already like 14 votes ahead, so there's no way. So Samurai Pizza Cats will be added to the NES-mas list. Next, we have Wizards and Cowboys, and this is a fun category. I actually didn't know which one of these I wanted to have win. Wizards and Warriors is a game I played a bit as a kid, and boy, is it a confusing game. But it looks like Wizards and Warriors is the clear favorite here. But so we had 9 votes to 7. But then what happened is we had 2-1 here, so that brought Gargoyle's Quest within 1 vote of Wizards and Warriors. And then we had another 2-1, so the patrons actually brought these to a tie, a dead tie. So I had to make the executive decision in this case, and I decided that I wanted to go with Gargoyle's Quest, because I've played Wizards and Warriors. Again, it's one I know about. I'll probably play on my channel at some point. But Gargoyle's Quest wasn't really on my radar, and it looked kind of cool, so we'll be checking that one out. That's added now to the NES-mas list. See, guys, every vote counts. Every vote counts. If you'd come in here, your vote could have tilted the tides, and you could have picked between Wizards and Warriors or Gargoyles. So remember this for next year, guys. Get out the vote. Next, we got space games. And Parodius, I don't know how you pronounce that, clearly won by a landslide. 100% of the patron votes went towards it, the bonus patron votes, and it was winning the base vote. So Parodius will be our Parodius. I don't know how to say it. That'll be on the NES-mas list. Next, we have games. This is a category of games that seemed rather weird, and I wasn't sure how to fully classify them. Euphoria looked like a furry-based game, which actually looked kind of interesting. I'm a little sad that one didn't win. I think it was Solar Jetman is the one that won. Pac-Mania isn't that weird, but I mean, it didn't really fit into any other category, so it's like, I'll just throw it in with this rando one. Maybe it'll win against these oddball contenders. But Solar Jetman actually does look like a cool game, and I'm pretty sure it's the winner, so it's winning the base vote. It gets further ahead here, and then this is a tie, so this just nullifies. So it goes from 10 to 12 against 7, 8. Oh, and it even got another one, so it's 13 against 8. It clearly wins, and Euphoria, I think, might have had 7 or 8 itself. So Solar Jetman added to the NES-mas list. Next we have, and lastly, we have traditional Christmas games. Your options here were Die Hard, Die Hard, or Die Hard. And Die Hard just edged out, well, I shouldn't say just edged out, it was a pretty decisive victory for Die Hard over Die Hard and Die Hard. You can see the bonus votes actually went to Die Hard. So no love for Die Hard, but Die Hard at least held its own against Die Hard. So we'll be playing Die Hard for NES-mas. I think it's highly appropriate. Those are the games that you guys picked and voted on. Thank you very much. There are a couple more games not on this list, which I've already added to the NES-mas list, and those were patron selections. So patrons were allowed to sort of pick one for sure pick. And then on top of that, I made a special selection of my own. So there will be 12 games, despite I think only being 9 here in the votes that got selected. But yes, keep an ear out, keep an eye out, keep a nose out. The 12 Days of NES-mas will be coming in December. I'm going to try to time it so that we align things where the last video is like either on Christmas or just before. So yeah, thanks so much for voting, guys. I think it's going to be fun. And I know it's well in advance of Christmas, but I told you guys I was going to do this. I might go record a NES-mas episode right now. So I will see you in the future. Ooh. Until next time, my friends, you take care of yourselves. And peace.